The Gospel of Thomas, a hidden treasure of early Christianity. Imagine discovering a secret gospel that challenges everything you know about Christianity. The Gospel of Thomas, a non-canonical Christian text from the mid-1st century, attributed to the Apostle Thomas, does just that. Comprising 114 sayings of Jesus, it diverges sharply from the canonical Gospels by focusing on esoteric wisdom and direct spiritual insight. Unearthed in 1945 near Nag Hammadi, Egypt, this gospel sheds light on the rich diversity of early Christian thought and the existence of Gnostic communities. These groups valued personal spiritual knowledge over orthodox teachings, suggesting that salvation is achieved through self-discovery and inner enlightenment. This contrasts starkly with traditional Christian beliefs, which emphasize faith in Jesus' death and resurrection for salvation. The Gospel of Thomas is controversial for its Gnostic elements, which imply that divine knowledge can be accessed directly, challenging the authority of the Church and its sacraments. For Orthodox Christianity, this gospel is seen as dangerous because it undermines the Church's role and the centrality of communal faith. Its focus on individual spiritual experience over established doctrine threatens the unity and core teachings of the Christian faith. Despite this, the Gospel of Thomas offers valuable historical insight into early Christian diversity. However, its teachings are considered heretical and potentially divisive within the broader Christian tradition. The Gospel of Thomas is a fascinating glimpse into the spiritual quests of early Christians. It challenges us to think about the nature of faith and the paths to enlightenment. Its discovery opened a window into a more personal and introspective approach to spirituality that still resonates today. Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra, the mystical manuscript of the ages. Imagine uncovering a book that holds the secrets of the mystical world. Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra, also known as the Book of the Son of Gnosis, is a monumental manuscript written by Ahmed al-Buni in the 13th century, revered as one of the most significant works in Arabic occultism and esoteric knowledge. This book offers a deep dive into the mystical traditions of the Middle Ages. Written in Egypt during the Ayyubid dynasty, Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra spans over 40 chapters, covering topics like talismans, numerology, and various spiritual practices tied to mysticism. This manuscript became a cornerstone for those interested in magic and esotericism within Arab culture and continues to influence modern practitioners. However, Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra is not without controversy. It teaches magic and how to summon supernatural entities, delving into the manipulation of occult forces that could endanger one's spiritual and mental well-being. The text includes detailed instructions on using talismans, spells, and rituals that can lead to apostasy, deviating from Islamic beliefs. For the Muslim community, this book is particularly dangerous as it promotes practices associated with shirk, polytheism, which contradicts the core tenet of Tawhid, the belief in the oneness of God. Religious leaders often condemn Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra, warning that it can lead believers astray by encouraging them to forsake true religious teachings and engage in forbidden practices, posing a significant threat to their spiritual and moral integrity. Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra is a fascinating yet perilous journey into the world of Arabic mysticism. Its allure lies in its promise of hidden knowledge and power, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the thin line between enlightenment and spiritual peril. The Gospel of Judas, a revolutionary perspective on Christianity. Imagine discovering a text that turns the story of Christianity on its head. The Gospel of Judas is a Gnostic text from the 2nd century AD attributed to Judas Iscariot. Discovered in the 1970s in Egypt and published in 2006, this gospel presents a radically different view of Judas, traditionally seen as the betrayer of Jesus. Instead, it portrays him as Jesus' closest disciple, acting on Jesus' request to betray him. thereby helping to free Jesus' spirit from the material world. Historically, the Gospel of Judas is part of Gnostic literature that values hidden spiritual knowledge over traditional beliefs. This text challenges the conventional Christian narrative by suggesting that Judas's actions were in accordance with Jesus' instructions, positioning Judas not as a traitor, but as a pivotal figure in Jesus' mission. The Gospel of Judas is controversial because it questions fundamental Christian doctrines. It offers an alternative view of Jesus' teachings and Judas's role, implying that mainstream Christianity has misunderstood these events. The text depicts the material world as corrupt and promotes secret knowledge, posing a significant threat to the Orthodox Christian belief system, which relies on the canonical Gospels for its narrative of sin, redemption, and the importance of Jesus' sacrificial death and resurrection. The Gospel of Judas is a fascinating and provocative text that challenges long-held beliefs about one of history's most infamous figures. It invites us to reconsider the nature of betrayal and the complexity of spiritual teachings. This gospel is a powerful reminder of the diversity of early Christian thought and the ongoing quest for understanding. The Gospel of Mary, a radical shift in early Christian thought. Imagine a gospel that elevates a woman to the forefront of early Christianity. The Gospel of Mary, a Gnostic Christian text from the 2nd century AD attributed to Mary Magdalene, does just that. Discovered in fragments in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, this gospel presents Mary as a key figure who receives secret teachings from Jesus himself. The text portrays Mary Magdalene as a leader among the disciples, imparting profound spiritual knowledge and insights on salvation. The Gospel of Mary is groundbreaking because it places Mary in a prominent role, challenging traditional narratives that often overlook women's contributions in early Christianity. It emphasizes personal spiritual insight and inner enlightenment, suggesting that salvation comes from within rather than through the institutional church. This gospel is controversial for promoting Gnostic ideas that prioritize personal spiritual knowledge over traditional Christian teachings. It challenges established authority by implying that individuals can access divine knowledge directly without the church's mediation. This perspective upends traditional views on sin, redemption, and the role of the church in guiding believers. The Gospel of Mary is a revolutionary text that invites us to reconsider the roles of women in early Christianity and the nature of spiritual authority. It's inspiring to see Mary Magdalene depicted as a powerful, knowledgeable leader, offering a fresh perspective on spiritual enlightenment and salvation. The Gospel of Satan, a controversial modern manifesto. Imagine a text that turns traditional religious beliefs upside down. The Gospel of Satan, a controversial modern text, is associated with satanic and occult movements rather than early Christian tradition. Its authorship remains uncertain, typically attributed to various contemporary figures rather than a single historical source. This provocative text presents an alternative narrative that glorifies Lucifer as a symbol of enlightenment, individualism, and rebellion against divine authority. It aligns with ideas promoted by modern Satanists like Anton LaVey, who reinterpreted Satan as representing self-empowerment and freedom from religious constraints. The Gospel of Satan is seen as subversive by most Christians for challenging orthodox views on morality, sin, redemption, and Satan's role. By portraying Satan as an advocate for human autonomy and knowledge, it questions traditional Christian teachings and suggests that religious leaders are misguided. The text promotes the idea that it's acceptable to do whatever you want, potentially leading believers to think that traditional Christianity is outdated and wrong. This gospel is highly controversial because it directly confronts established religious norms and is considered heretical and harmful by mainstream Christians. However, for those questioning religious doctrines, it offers a perspective that encourages personal empowerment and liberation from conventional beliefs. The Gospel of Satan is a thought-provoking text that challenges the core of traditional religious values. It's fascinating to see how it reinterprets Satan as a figure of enlightenment and rebellion, prompting us to reconsider notions of morality and authority. This gospel is a testament to the ongoing dialogue about faith, autonomy, and the search for truth. The Gospel of Philip, unveiling mystical Christianity. Imagine discovering a gospel that redefines the foundations of Christianity. The Gospel of Philip, a Gnostic text from the 3rd century AD, was unearthed in the Nag Hammadi Library in Egypt in 1945. Unlike other Gospels, this one comprises sayings and teachings focused on spiritual union, sacraments, and the symbolic bridal chamber. The Gospel of Philip offers a mystical perspective on Christianity, emphasizing inner spiritual knowledge and personal enlightenment. This text is significant because it presents alternative views on Christian teachings, particularly regarding sacraments and the role of Mary Magdalene. It hints at a deeper relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene, suggesting a connection beyond traditional beliefs. Additionally, it challenges the notion that spiritual union is confined by physical and societal boundaries. This gospel is controversial due to its Gnostic elements, which prioritize secret knowledge and spiritual enlightenment over established church doctrines. It interprets sacraments symbolically rather than literally, differing from the orthodox interpretations that underpin Christian rites and rituals. For traditional Christianity, the Gospel of Philip is seen as dangerous because it questions the nature of Christ, the role of sacraments, and the authority of the Church. Its focus on personal spiritual insight and mystical interpretations presents an alternative path that contrasts sharply with mainstream Christian beliefs. The Gospel of Philip is a fascinating and thought-provoking text that invites us to explore a deeper, more mystical side of Christianity. It's intriguing to consider the alternative views on sacraments and the relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene. This gospel challenges us to look beyond conventional teachings and seek a more personal and enlightened understanding of spirituality. The Sefer HaRazim, Unlocking Ancient Mysteries. Imagine a text that bridges the gap between divine mysteries and magical practices. The Sefer HaRazim, or Book of Mysteries, is an ancient Jewish mystical text believed to have been compiled in the 3rd or 4th century AD. Said to be written by the angel Raziel, this book offers detailed instructions on various magical practices and esoteric knowledge, structured as a series of celestial revelations. The Sefer HaRazim provides insights into angelic hierarchies and secret incantations for invoking divine and supernatural powers. It's a significant work in Jewish mysticism and magic, showcasing how Jewish, Greek, and Egyptian magical traditions blended with Babylonian practices to create a unique form of Jewish mysticism. Rediscovered in manuscript form in the early 20th century, this text sheds light on ancient Jewish esoteric traditions. However, the Sefer HaRazim is controversial because of its focus on magic and the invocation of supernatural forces, contrasting sharply with mainstream Jewish teachings that emphasize prayer and ethical behavior. The text includes rituals and spells for practical outcomes like protection, healing, and gaining favor, which some view as bordering on idolatry or superstitious practices. For traditional Judaism, the Sefer HaRazim poses a significant challenge because it promotes practices that deviate from orthodox religious observance. Its focus on magical rituals and esoteric knowledge is seen as a potential threat to established Jewish law and ethics, raising significant concerns within the Jewish community. The Sefer HaRazim is a fascinating glimpse into the mystical side of ancient Judaism. It challenges our understanding of religious practices and invites us to explore the rich tapestry of magical and esoteric traditions that existed alongside more orthodox beliefs. This text is a powerful reminder of the diverse spiritual landscape of the past and the ongoing quest for divine knowledge. The Secret Book of John, Unveiling Hidden Mysteries. Imagine a book that reveals the secret teachings of Jesus. The Secret Book of John, also known as the Apocryphon of John, is a Gnostic text from the 2nd century AD, discovered in the Nag Hammadi Library in 1945. This remarkable text claims to disclose some of Jesus' hidden teachings to his disciple John, offering a profound and complex cosmology. The Secret Book of John introduces an unknowable God and a flawed creator called the Demiurge, who fashioned the material world. This text suggests that the material world is a prison for the soul, which can be liberated through esoteric knowledge, or gnosis. This dualistic worldview significantly differs from traditional Christian teachings, presenting the Demiurge as a malevolent creator and challenging the notion of a benevolent, singular God, emphasizing personal spiritual enlightenment and secret knowledge as the true path to salvation. The Secret Book of John contrasts sharply with the traditional focus on faith and sacraments. For Orthodox Christianity, this text is seen as dangerous because it questions established beliefs about creation and salvation. It portrays the material world as inherently corrupt and suggests that the Church's teachings are incomplete, urging believers to embrace a more mystical and individualistic approach to spirituality. The Secret Book of John is a captivating and provocative text that invites us to explore a deeper, more mystical side of early Christianity. It challenges our understanding of creation and salvation, prompting us to reconsider the nature of divine knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. This book is a powerful reminder of the rich diversity of early Christian thought and the ongoing quest for truth. Vama Marga, the controversial path to enlightenment. Imagine a spiritual path that defies all societal norms and embraces the taboo. Vama Marga, or the left-hand path, is a term used in tantric traditions to describe esoteric practices that break conventional rules to achieve spiritual enlightenment. Originating in medieval India, Vama Marga stands in stark contrast to Dakshina Marga, or the right-hand path, which is more orthodox and socially accepted. Vama Marga involves rituals that incorporate elements typically avoided in traditional Hindu practices, such as meat, alcohol, and sexual activities. This path has a long history of challenging societal norms and exploring the transcendence of dualities like pure and impure or sacred and profane. Practitioners believe that by confronting and overcoming societal taboos, one can attain a higher state of consciousness and liberation. This tradition is often associated with certain schools of Shaivism and Shaktism, where the feminine divine is worshipped in forms like Kali and Durga. Vama Marga can be controversial and potentially dangerous due to its extreme and morally questionable practices, which can lead to social ostracism or psychological risks if not approached with proper understanding and guidance. Despite these risks, Vama Marga offers a profound exploration of spirituality and the nature of divine realization, challenging practitioners to face their fears and expand their consciousness beyond conventional boundaries. Vama Marga is a fascinating and provocative path that invites us to question the limits of spirituality and societal norms. It's intriguing to see how this path embraces the taboo to achieve higher states of consciousness, offering a unique and radical approach to spiritual enlightenment. The Codex Gigas, Unveiling the Devil's Bible. Imagine a book so colossal and mysterious that it's known as the Devil's Bible. The Codex Gigas is an astounding 13th century manuscript from Bohemia, created between 1200 and 1230 AD. This massive book, renowned for its sheer size and intricate content, consists of 310 sheets of high-quality parchment, each page written in Latin, with 2 columns of text in brown, red, blue, and gold ink. The Codex Gigas, often called the Devil's Bible, includes the complete Latin Vulgate Bible, historical works by Josephus, an etymological encyclopedia by Isidore of Seville, medical texts, a list of spirits, and local Bohemian texts. Scholars believe it was the work of a single individual over about 5 years, who not only wrote the text, but also adorned the pages with vibrant illustrations, including a famous full-page depiction of the devil. This striking illustration has given rise to numerous legends about the manuscript's creation, including tales of a pact with the devil. Over the centuries, the Codex Gigas has passed through the hands of many notable figures, including Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II. During the 30 Years' War in 1648, Swedish troops seized the codex as a war prize, and since 1649, it has been housed in Sweden's National Library in Stockholm. Today, the Codex Gigas continues to captivate visitors and scholars alike, standing as a testament to human curiosity and the timeless allure of medieval knowledge and artistry. The Codex Gigas is an incredible relic of history that mesmerizes with its grandeur and the mysteries it holds. It's fascinating to think about the dedication and skill required to create such a monumental work. This manuscript is not only a repository of vast knowledge, but also a window into the medieval world's imagination and beliefs. The Book of Elixir, Unlocking the Secrets to Immortality. Imagine discovering a text that promises the secrets to immortality. The Book of Elixir, also known as the Danjing, is a Taoist text from the Tang Dynasty, 8th to 10th centuries AD, that delves into alchemical practices aimed at achieving both physical immortality and spiritual enlightenment. This ancient manuscript explores the creation of elixirs believed to grant eternal life and the path to profound spiritual wisdom. The Book of Elixir details internal alchemy techniques such as meditation, breath control, and the crafting of herbal and mineral concoctions. It's a significant work in Chinese history, representing a cornerstone of Taoist alchemy and the broader Chinese cultural quest for longevity. By blending traditional Chinese medicine with spiritual practices, this text showcases a holistic approach to health and immortality. The influence of the Book of Elixir extends deeply into Chinese alchemical traditions and Taoist spiritual practices. However, it's essential to approach this text with caution. Some recipes call for toxic substances that can be dangerous if misused. Additionally, the pursuit of physical immortality can lead to unrealistic expectations, overshadowing the natural cycle of life and death. The Book of Elixir is a captivating journey into the ancient quest for immortality. It's intriguing to see how this text blends practical alchemical techniques with profound spiritual practices. The pursuit of eternal life, while enticing, serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and the acceptance of life's natural rhythms. The Lesser Key of Solomon, Unlocking the Secrets of Ancient Magic. Imagine holding a book that claims to give you the power to summon and control demons. The Lesser Key of Solomon, also known as Lemegeton, is a 17th century grimoire that compiles ancient traditions of demonology and magic attributed to King Solomon. This fascinating text is composed of 5 books: Ars Goetia, Ars Theurgia, Goetia, Ars Paulina, Ars Almadel, and Ars Notoria. The Lesser Key of Solomon provides detailed instructions on how to summon and command demons and other spirits for various purposes, including gaining knowledge and power. This grimoire has played a significant role in Western occult traditions, blending Jewish, Christian, and ancient Mesopotamian magical practices. It has been instrumental in the development of ceremonial magic and remains a foundational text for modern occultists and magicians, contributing richly to the esoteric tradition of the Western world. However, the Lesser Key of Solomon is not without its dangers. The text's focus on summoning demons can pose serious psychological and spiritual risks if the rituals are not performed correctly. This can lead to mental health issues and unforeseen supernatural consequences. Additionally, attempting to control these entities can foster a sense of hubris, leading to ethical and spiritual problems. The Lesser Key of Solomon is a mesmerizing blend of history, magic, and mystery. It's astounding to see how this grimoire has influenced Western esoteric traditions. Yet, it also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of meddling with powerful and unknown forces. The pursuit of such knowledge requires not only skill, but also wisdom and humility.